American poet Thomas B. Aldrich wrote, "To keep the heart unwrinkled, to be hopeful, kindly, cheerful, and reverent, that is to triumph over old age." Welcome to the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journeys.
Welcome to the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journey. I'm Karen Cherry, your host with over 30 years experience in the healthcare field. Our goal of the program is to educate, empower, and inform caregivers across the Gulf Coast. And as a caregiver, I want to make sure that you are not alone in your caregiver's journey. During the holiday season, many of us are busy and doing so many things on our to-do list. And the caregivers are actually even more frenzied during the holiday season with all the things they have to do. And in our caregiver segment today, we have Mary Cracchiolo, Spain, of the Beau Rivage Casino Resort. And she'll be sharing with us her caregiver journey and taking care of her ailing mom. And then in addition to that, we have Deborah Finklea, who is with Serenity Springs Personal Care Home. And then we have Pat Davis, who will be joining us in our fun section for shopping during the Christmas season. So we'll be right back after these commercials.
They go above and beyond what any of the other casinos do.
They make you feel at home.
They make you feel like family.
They make you feel at home right away.
I can't even tell you how many hugs I've had today.
Never ever experienced anything but positive and lovely people and fantastic times.
I don't want to go anywhere else. I won't stay anywhere else. I've done all the other casinos. This is my casino.
Taking care of your aging parents or disabled child can be difficult. PRN is here to help. We specialize in assisting family members and caregivers in keeping their loved ones in their preferred living environment. We provide assistance in homemaker and adult sitter services, nursing assistance, personal care aides, and will even help you with your everyday errands. We have services available 24 hours a day. We'll help you figure out what you need and tailor the hours and services to fit. You can keep up with our show called Caregivers Journeys on Cable 1 Channel 1007 or Uverse Channel 17. If you need help with taking care of your aging parent or disabled child, call and make an appointment with us today at 228-385-2603. For more info, visit our website, prnhomecareservices.com.
Really? And you say you love your grandma? Call 888-936-6832 or visit handydandymoving.com. Handy Dandy comes in handy.
Welcome back to the Unwrinkled Heart Caregiver's Journey. I am joined here today with Mary Spain of the Beau Rivage. And I am so glad that Mary, who's one of the busiest women on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, always busy, but that is one of the reasons why I wanted you to come on and share with us today. First of all, tell us what you do at the Beau.
Well, my title is Director of Public Relations and Communications. So I handle all of basically the spoken word, everything that you see written in print and things like that, not advertising, but public relations. We handle crisis communications. We do, I'm a spokesperson for the company, all sorts of things.
So that means you're on the road a lot as well.
I am. I stay very busy.
Yeah. So I remember years ago when we've known each other for a long time. I think almost 20 years now. At least it seems that way.
That's right.
Back when we were little babies. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about how you were able to care for your mom. I remember you got married back in the early, right after Katrina.
That's right.
Tell us about Mark, your husband. Well, how you met him?
Oh, well, I call him my Katrina angel because I believe God brought him to me after Hurricane Katrina to help me put my life and my house back together. So, I use that Charles Dickens line, it was the best of times and the worst of times, because of course it was so devastating to see what was happening here, but we had met and he helped me put my beautiful 1904 home back together, and in the process we fell in love. And he also was a big help in the caregiving for my mom, and that's kind of when I knew he was a keeper.
So he came in right about the time when your mom started getting sick or getting sicker. She had COPD?
That's right. So Mom and I, it was just us. I think that's one of the things, and I appreciate you, asking me to be on, because I think now that she has passed, several years have passed, she passed in 2009, I have pretty good perspective. Because I think during the journey of her illness, it was so devastating and it was so difficult. And unless you've ever gone through that before, you just learn as you go. And so there's a lot of, we had a lot of fear and anxiety. And so I think now that years have passed, I can provide some insights I think that will help your viewers.
So what was it like? Because you're still young as far as I'm concerned. You're very young. So, and back then you were really young, coming in as a young caregiver, taking care of your mother and newly married. What was that like for you? What were some of the things that you went through that you would like to share?
Well, I think one of the things was, with my job, did quite a bit of traveling and staying really busy. And, Mom had gotten COPD. She ultimately died of lung cancer, but she battled COPD for a number of years. And if anybody's ever had someone that they love or know have COPD, it's just a terrible disease because you feel like you're drowning. So she, of course, then when you feel like you can't breathe, then you get more anxiety. So it's almost like a vicious cycle. And so she had gotten COPD, and she was in and out of the hospital, several times a year. And with my work schedule and really just me being here to take care of her, it was very difficult. And so, I think when she knew I would have travel out of town, she would even get more anxiety, which caused more anxiety for me. And that was my biggest fear, that I would not be home when she needed me. And so, through working with people and great doctors, she had Dr. Tilley. I don't know if you know Dr. Tilley.
Yes,
Bayside Memorial. He's amazing. He was absolutely fantastic, and loved her no matter what, because there's a lot of guilt when you smoke, and people want you to quit smoking, and you're that sick. And a lot of people make it very difficult. But one of the things I learned is, smoking is very addictive. And she had tried a lot of things to quit, and always struggled with that, and never really, to the day she died, she never really quit. And so she had a lot of guilt and struggled with that. And she was in and out of the hospital. But as her illness progressed, and we reached out and worked with hospital in and out of the hospitals, different tools available to us. And so at some point I got some support with in-home health, where they come by a couple times a week, which is great. And then, toward the end of her life, hospice had moved in, and they were absolutely incredible, Memorial Hospital Hospice. But I think, one of the things that people need to understand is you're not alone, because I know a lot of times you feel like, oh, I am so alone, and how can I do this, and to me, I just felt like, she'd always been there for me, and I felt it was important for me to be there for her. And despite a lot of the long days and struggles and praying to God, I feel that at the end of the day, we took good care of her, and there are no regrets. And so that's what I would say is, look in deep, see what you can do. There are people available to you if you don't have any family that's close. It could be a short-term caregiving situation, or it could be long and steady over years, as mine was. But there's things you can do. Make your home, set it up in a way. Once we kind of figured out the illness, we kind of got it set up more conducive to making her comfortable. Make sure she was safe. And then reaching out to people, that was the biggest fear was, I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know where I can get some help. And you'd be surprised how many people are willing to help if you just ask.
So, and a lot of people may not know that COPD is chronic obstruction pulmonary disease, which means that on top of the smoking, she has a breathing issue that restricts her. And I know being in the healthcare field, a lot of them is constant because they always feel short of breath. But in addition to that, like you said, why would you take away something that she's done all her life, which is smoking? At this point, you have to find a way to make her feel comfortable. So I see also you had your son during that time frame as well, Logan. Little Logan who's growing up. I've been watching him.
Yeah.
So you were able to get maybe some help from your friends and stuff, pitch in and help you out as well.
I mean, everybody was amazing. Mom had gotten sick, as I mentioned, as her disease progressed, she was in and out of the hospital. She'd get really, really sick, and then she would go in the hospital, and they would care for her until she kind of got nursed back to health, and then she'd feel fearless again and come home. And when I was 7.5 months pregnant, she was in the hospital. I'll never forget it. She was 21 days in the hospital, and I remember praying, to God, just saying, I know she's ill, and I know the time is drawing near, but I don't think she's ready just yet, and let her have the, the gift of meeting her grandson before she passes. So I was very fortunate. She lived to, Logan was more than a year old by the time she passed, and so I was very thankful that she got to see him, and I think that gave her peace. I think knowing that I had fallen in love, had a healthy baby, that I would be okay. And I think she was finally able to let go, because I think she struggled with that a little bit for me, just loving me and worrying about me. So anyway, but yes, Mark was great. We after I met Mark, he was just very patient and kind. And that's kind of tough when you meet someone and they're taking care of their mother or father or family member, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? And it takes a special person to be able to accept the package, and he accepted the package.
And he was able to do that. I am so glad you were willing to come on and share with us your journey. It's awesome to know that people like you, even as busy as you are, make time to take care of your loved one. So we thank you, Mary Spain of the Beau Rivage, for coming on today and sharing your caregiver's journey. We will be right back with Deborah Finklea of Serenity Spring Personal Care Home.
Adventures Pub and Spirits has been serving the Gulf Coast for over 20 years. Awarded TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence and winner of Covey Awards Favorite Local Hangout and Best Bar on the Coast. Adventures' large menu features traditional pub food like the signature burger, the Juicy Lucy, along with several coastal favorites including raw and char-grilled oysters, po' boys, and royal red shrimp. Stop by for the $8.95 lunch special Monday through Friday. We're open late and located 1 block north of the Hard Rock Casino on Lemieux Street. That's Adventures Pub and Spirits in Biloxi.
Step into the past at Beau. Located on the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast, the 52-acre estate is a national historic landmark. History enthusiasts love the iconic antebellum home and presidential library. Nature lovers revel in the 79 species of birds, beautiful oyster bayou, and over 300 majestic oaks. And families enjoy the experience of a slower pace with southern charm. Come see us at Beau. It's not just a place, but a place in time.
This month at Allen Hyundai, I'm offering cash for cars. Why would you trade your car somewhere else? We can sell it to us for more. Get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash in the 2018 Sonata or 2018 Elantra. We have 70 Sonatas, 65 Santa Fe's, 35 Elantras, and nearly 100 other cars available. Deals you should be afraid to pass up, like this 2017 Accent for only $12,995 or a 2017 Elantra starting at $13,995. So come get cash for your car and save money for what really matters.
Welcome back to the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journey. I'm joined today by Deborah Finklea of Serenity Spring Personal Care Home. Thank you for joining us today, Deborah.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'd like to talk a little bit about your home and can you tell us a little bit about it in general?
Yes, we are a small personal care home. We 8 patients at a time. We 3 meals a day, snacks throughout the day. We administrate medications. We give the bath, laundry, whatever it takes to take care of them in their everyday living.
So it's really like their home.
Yes.
It becomes their home. Their home away from home.
It becomes their home. It's a home away from home. We have some that comes in and they decorate their rooms like they would at home. It's something that is familiar with them.
Okay, so they get to decorate their room and everything.
yes.
So they have their own little room.
Yes.
So let me ask, personal care home and assisted living, nursing home, what makes y'all different from the others?
We're different because we're small. We do give that one-on-one where you have these large facilities that have a lot of patients.
Right.
So we are able to, if one wants to go outside, if one wants to play a game, if we're there to give them that attention.
So yeah, so you have enough staff to actually give them the one-on-one, but at the same time, because you're smaller, you're able to focus more in. And I know you said y'all have activities that you do with them as well.
Yes, we have some activities during that stage in their life, which is dementia, Alzheimer's. You have some that want to participate in games or whatever, and you have some that just want to watch TV and just sit around and just cross their legs.
Right, and that's okay.
Yes, it
let's
is.
face it, if you give a man a remote,
Hey,
he'll sit there all day in front of that TV.
So whatever they would do at home, that's exactly what they would do. And this is their home now.
This is their home. Good. So now I know a lot of caregivers wonder when they're looking for a place to put their loved ones, and they have somebody that may be going down. Maybe they're not completely. What type of clients can be admitted? Can you do bedridden? Can they be in a wheelchair? What exactly?
They have to be ambulatory. They have to be able to do certain things as far as helping with a bath, assisting. We assist them with some. Now, we do take those that are in wheelchairs, but they have to be able to, move from bed to bed or move from the bathroom, be pushed around. They can do certain things on their own.
So if I have a loved one that's at home and I have to help them, you maybe help them get up a little bit, they may qualify
They qualify. If they come in ambulatory, walking or whatever, when they get in and they go down, then we still keep them.
Okay.
It's still their homes. We don't reject anybody.
Nice. So you don't have to move them out. So y'all actually have home health and hospice come in too?
Yes, ma'am. We do have different hospice agencies that comes in and assist us with nurses or chaplains and all type of activities and stuff for them.
Which you said chaplain. Do y'all have somebody come in with the ministry as well?
Oh yes, different church organizations comes in and they come sing songs, they bake, they do a lot of different things.
Okay, so it is like being in their home. Awesome. So if I'm willing to pay, what type of payments do you take?
We are private pay. We're private pay and we do take private insurance. Yes, ma'am.
What about, I know the question probably gets posed to you a lot, but Medicaid, do y'all have?
We don't take Medicare and Medicaid.
Okay, so you don't take Medicare and Medicaid. What about veterans? Because I have we
do take veterans. And it depends on how their situation is and different some have different organization that pays for them to come stay months at a time, so we do take them.
Well, I know we have veterans have an option for aid and attendance benefits.
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all actually work with them. If they get that benefit, y'all actually can coordinate.
Yes, ma'am. We do.
Accepting that a payment as well.
Yes, ma'am. We do.
Okay. So y'all, so you said your home here, it's a home here in Ocean Springs?
Yes, ma'am.
Off of Tucker Road, is it?
We're 9405 Tucker Road. Yes, the phone number there is 228-872-3373.
Okay. So say that again.
That's 9405 Tucker Road. The phone number there is 228-872-3373.
Now, if they want to consider you, do they need to come to your facility to be seen?
Yes, ma'am. They can come to the facility. They can take a tour. There is no certain time. They can just stop by.
Okay. All right, Deborah, I'm so glad you were willing to come and share with us today.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will also be joining us here shortly For our Christmas shopping will be Pat Davis with Pat Aprons. We will be right back.
Taking care of your aging parents or disabled child can be difficult. PRN is here to help. We specialize in assisting family members and caregivers in keeping their loved ones in their preferred living environment. We provide assistance in homemaker and adult sitter services, nursing assistance, personal care aides, and will even help you with your everyday errands. We have services available 24 hours a day. We'll help you figure out what you need and tailor the hours and services to fit. You can keep up with our show called Caregivers Journeys on Cable 1 Channel 1007 or Uverse Channel 17. If you need help with taking care of your aging parent or disabled child, call and make an appointment with us today at 228-385-2603. For more info, visit our website, prnhomecareservices.com.
They go above and beyond what any of the other casinos do.
They make you feel at home.
They make you feel like family.
They make you feel at home right away.
I can't even tell you how many hugs I've had today.
Never ever experienced anything but positive and lovely people and fantastic times.
I don't want to go anywhere else. I won't stay anywhere else. I've done all the other casinos. This is my casino.
Really? And you say you love your grandma? Call 888-936-6832 or visit handydandymoving.com. Handy Dandy comes in handy.
Coffee News, the world's largest weekly publication, proven to be a successful and unique publication, read 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. Coffee News connects locals with locals and stands out from the crowd. Readers love Coffee News and become local consumers because it is refreshing, fun, and entertaining. Coffee News, read 3 meals a day, 7 days a week.
Now is the time to bring your unwanted valuables for cash. Come to Third Coast Pawn and Jewelry today. Get paid for items you never use. We need guitars, horns, guns, high-end pro audio and electronics, watches, coins, gold, silver, fine jewelry, and more. We pay cash, so bring quality high-end products. Short-term loans are available for friendly service, easy transactions. Third Coast Pawn and Jewelry, Bienville, Ocean Springs.
Welcome back to the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journeys. I'm here today with Pat Davis in our shopping segment with Pat Aprons. And I am so glad you're willing to join us today, Pat. I learned that you're not originally from the Gulf Coast.
No,
tell us
I'm not.
about yourself. Where are you from originally?
All right. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm originally from West Virginia. I am a coal miner's daughter. My daddy was a coal miner.
Really?
Yes, I can't sing the song, but I'm a coal miner's daughter. But I moved to the Gulf Coast 1976. And I've been here, so I've lived here longer than I have in West Virginia.
I
love it. Look, as you can tell, I love the food.
Yes, yes, exactly. So you lived in West Virginia, and I hear you have a famous classmate, and who is that? Who might that be?
My classmate is Nick Saban. I tell everybody I must have taken the wrong classes because he's with the highest paid coach, but I have pictures of us. First grade, 1956, and 1958, when the first and third grade.
Oh, wow.
And usually when I do my visits, I tell my customers if they can pick him out in the picture, I give him a discount or give him a free item.
Okay, all right. So Nick Saban, oh my goodness. Okay, we are doing something wrong, obviously, but that's okay. We're in the right field.
Right.
So how did you get into sewing? Because you actually make so many great things. Tell us, how did you get into sewing?
Thank you. When I was in high school, we had a class called Home Economics, and you had to get a credit. I could not sew. Even though my mother could sew, I didn't want to take the time. So I waited till I was a senior to take this class, and you had to make an apron.
Right.
And I couldn't make the apron, and I was not going to be able to graduate. So the home economics teacher felt sorry for me and let me do a written report on the history of the sewing machine. Eliza Howe invented a sewing machine.
So you cheated?
Right. No, well, I couldn't sew, so she let me do a written report. And here I am 50 years later making aprons.
So it paid off anyway.
Oh, yes.
And it inspired you. So years later, now you're into making your own stuff, and you actually do custom orders and all that type of stuff too.
Yes, I do.
So I noticed you're doing different types of hats. So tell me, what exactly is this right here?
Okay. This was a hat that a nurse or someone in the hospital would wear.
Yes.
And it's got the theme, and and I do all venues like that. If you watch TV like Grey's Anatomy and etc., and you see the cute skull hats they wear, you can wear this.
Okay.
This is what we call a bonnet. My friend of mine who got me started, her name is Carolyn Hall Jones, and she told me to put satin inside because cotton dries your hair out. And so I started doing my bonnets.
So this is something like my beautician always tells me, you need to wear your head wrap at night. But I noticed from a lot, my daughters have educated me that the satin keeps your hair from breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
So you actually put the satin on the inside. So we can look beautiful on the outside and wear that satin on the inside. Right. Okay, what is this?
These are my wrap caps. And again, Carolyn suggested the satin. And these, when you go to Planet Fitness or when you're jogging, however, or at night when you have a shortcut, and you put them like that and you wrap. When they have the foam where you can just snap it. But these are also my wrap caps.
Okay, well, anyway, I am wearing a gorgeous apron here, and it also has its own mitten with it as well. Now y'all, if you know me, I don't spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen, so this is really the only time you can probably catch me is during the Christmas season. So anyway, let's look at some of, you brought several aprons here.
Yes, I did.
That I love. I love this one.
I knew you were
right
going to reach
here.
for that one.
Now, you know, ladies, we love to look good in the kitchen and everywhere else, so why not make the kitchen one of those final places? Now, what is this? It comes with a pot holder as well?
Right, it comes with a pot holder.
Pot holder,
and
okay.
Ladies, can you imagine New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, and you have your black cocktail dress, and you're serving your champagne or whatnot, and you've got your pretty apron on.
Okay, and then also let me. I forgot this right here.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
is this your newest item?
That's my latest item.
Happy holidays! So this is toilet paper monogram. You can actually monogram toilet paper.
Yes, it's just the first two sheets. But they're monogram, and what happens? You can put money inside for gifts. If you want to give this as a gift to someone,
right?
And you can put money in it, but and they make your bathroom look so pretty and decorative and festive.
Goodness, okay, and then of course I love this apron as well. But then you got some other ones here. My favorite color, purple. And do you double side all of them?
No, just some of them. In fact, I try to do two. If you hold them both up. I do two at a time, and I change the design. If you turn around the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, change the design. You can see some of the design is in there, but it has cute little skirts. And that's what these are.
Okay,
but they're aprons.
Now, what if I have a husband that needs something special? What do I do? Can you do anything for that
this is for
spouse as well?
This is for that spouse who likes to grill.
What if he has his favorite football team, basketball, whatever? Can you do that as well?
I can do all that. All he has to do is just call me.
Okay.
Or you call me.
Okay. Well, great. So we can call you, Pat, if you can tell us what number can we call you at?
You can call me at 228-382-2132.
So, and also I know you set up at events too, so next week you're going to be at a couple of events.
That's right.
Lighthouse BPW on December the 12th.
Right.
And then also, you're also going to be at the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journey Christmas party. And they can follow you on Facebook at Pat Aprons or Pat Davis as well. Is that correct?
I also do what I call shop and sip at my home. I cook shrimp bisque, and I have wine and apple cider, and you come and shop. You have to shop first, then you get to sip. But you can come shop, and then you get to sip.
Okay, and if you want a discount, here's a picture with Pat and Nick Saban. You find these pictures online or with Pat, and you get a discount. So make sure to go online and follow us, the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journey on YouTube. We're so glad that you joined us today, and we look forward to you joining us next week on the Unwrinkled Heart Caregivers Journeys.